Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome back. If you are new, my name is Shaina. I'm a master life coach, and today I want to talk about contrast. What is contrast? Contrast is all the results in your life right now that you don't like and no longer want. Right off the bat, I want to say that contrast is not a problem. Not only is contrast not a problem, but it's actually step one in the creation process. In other words, we have to know what we don't want in order to get clear about what we do want. The only problem, is when people stay stuck in the contrast. They stay stuck in step one of the creation process. So what does that look like? Staying stuck in step one is harping on what you don't want any longer and or what you don't yet have. It's swimming in the pool of misery and discontent and lack, and ultimately putting all your focus and energy there. Notice when you do that. Notice how you feel when you think, I hate this thing. I don't want this. This is awful. Notice how you show up when you think and feel that way, and then what is the result it creates. That's just for you to pay attention to. Contrast is a part of life, you guys. In fact, without it, life would be freaking boring. Like if we just had everything that we wanted all of the time, we wouldn't experience the same satisfaction we do when we create it. Like think about being hungry. Hunger is a form of contrast, right? We're like, I don't like feeling this way. I don't want to be hungry any longer. I want food. The hunger is what shows us that we're hungry. It gives us the clarity of what we do want. In this case, food. And then when we create that desire for ourselves and we go out and we get food at a restaurant or cook a meal at home, it feels satisfying to eat, right? The being hungry and that contrasting experience is what makes the experience of eating and being full so sweet and so rewarding. Imagine being full all of the time. We're just always full. We're never, ever hungry. Food and the enjoyment of it, the taste, the smell, the aesthetic, the company and social aspect around food, all of that wouldn't exist, right? So we've got to stop looking at the contrast in our lives as bad, or better yet, unwanted. Contrast is very wanted. Like if I was never in a shitty relationship, this relationship wouldn't feel so special. I'd be like, whatever, it's a relationship. I have what I want. Great, right? Knowing what the experience of an unhealthy relationship is like is what makes me so appreciative of the creation of this relationship. But even in that example, that's where people can get stuck for too long. In a relationship, a job, whatever that they don't really want because they haven't successfully looked beyond it to create something new. Okay, so what does making peace with the results in your life that you no longer want look like? Making peace with contrast means one, welcoming contrast and not making it a problem or unwanted, but rather knowing it's not only an inevitable part of life, but it plays a huge role in what makes life so gratifying and fulfilling and rewarding. Two, making peace with contrast means celebrating contrast for showing us what we no longer want moving forward. Thank you, universe. I can rule this thing out from the equation. Every time we rule something out, you guys, we get closer to clarity. With every no, you get closer to a yes. And then three, making peace with contrast means leaning into step two of the creation process, not staying stuck in what you don't want. It means focusing your mind, body, and soul beyond your current reality in order to actually create something new. Let me say this because this is really important. Life is about ebbing and flowing with the dance of contrast and clarity over and over again. It's not a one and done deal. Our brains try to convince us that it is. We think, oh, if I can just get rid of this thing and just get over there and achieve XYZ, I'm set for life. No more worries, no more problems, nothing left to desire. That is the false promise our brains make to us. That is not how it works, you guys. When you get there to whatever you desire, a new set of contrasts appear. 100% guaranteed. Sorry to break it to you. And so if you haven't established a healthy relationship with contrast here, today, right now in the present, you're not going to be able to do it over there. In other words, you'll never feel completely fulfilled. You'll always be longing for something else. Nor will you be embracing the journey and creating your next level results and your next and your next. Again, that wanting more and challenging ourselves to new heights never ends. In fact, I was on a recent mastermind call and one of the ladies was getting coached and she was saying, I just feel like when I get over there, I won't have all of this drama happening. And you could actually see all of us on the Zoom call who have reached that goal, just like shaking our heads. We're like, nope, girl, just a brand new set of contrasts over here waiting for you, my dear. So the work is looking at your present and what you no longer want. Thank you, universe, for showing me what I don't want. Done. Step 1, complete. Drop the hunger. And instead, feed yourself with sweet, satisfying thoughts and feelings of the future. This is when you allow a new vision to take form, one that feels good. And then those good feelings drive your action to create whatever it is you desire. Okay, so if you're just feeling hungry, feeling the lack of what you don't have, it's because you're stuck in step 1, contrast. You must shift your focus and attention to think, feel, and act beyond your current reality. That is where your power lies to create anew. All right, my friends, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Information to work with me is down below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I'll see you all next week.